Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in into another of my videos slash podcasts. What we're gonna talk about today is something new from Netflix. As you guys know, The Last Airbender, the Avatar Netflix live action series is out now. I watched the first episode and I just want to give a little bit of a review to you guys, feedback, and we'll talk about it, discuss it, and see if we agree in certain areas and disagree in other areas. One important thing about this is that I feel was work through a longer period of time than the movie. We're gonna compare it to the anime and the movie as well. Okay, Google, when was the last Airbender movie produced?
2010. According to Wikipedia, The Last Airbender is a 2010 American action-adventure fantasy film written, co-produced and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, produced by Paramount Pictures, Nickelodeon Movies, Blinding Edge Pictures, and the Kennedy Marshall Company, and distributed by Paramount. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Okay, Google, when was the last Airbender anime produced?
On the website time.com, they say, what happens in the original Avatar, The Last Airbender? In the 2005 animated series, the Fire Nation has launched
Okay,
a full-on
Google.
assault against the other nations,
Okay, Google.
completely wiping out the air.
Stop. Okay, guys, so as you heard, Google said the live action movie of The Last Airbender was in 2010, animated. So actually, The Last Airbender premiered in 2005, the first episode, season 1. There were 3 seasons, 4 seasons? Let me see. Because they do water, earth, and fire. So, yeah. So, 2005 to 2010 is 5 years of difference between anime and a live action movie. I think this Netflix live action and series is way better. It follows the steps of the anime. It follows the story a lot better. I have to say that the first 10 minutes of the new live action series was way better than the live action movie. Comparing it side to side, I feel whoever produced this watched the animated show, watched the animated show, and took notes from the animated show. Maybe it was a fan. Sometimes when you're a fan, you try to bring to the table things that feel more coherent to the story and make more sense. Best example is Cowboy Bebop. It had every aspect in the looks of it. It brought the whole animated to life. However, whoever wrote the story did not watch the animated series, and it really ruined everything for me as a fan. It just destroyed it and it made it really unwatchable due to the story. The end of the story just doesn't make sense. So I was afraid this was gonna happen. First episode, you have to really go through it, and I'm just talking about first episode, okay? I'm not saying the whole series. I just watched the first episode and I wanted to give a little feedback. First episode, I feel is very relatable to the animated series story, with the whole beginning when Aang leaves and then he becomes the iceberg. I don't think we've seen how all the airbenders get killed, and in this one we see the fights. I love the bending, the earth bending, the fire bending, and the air bending, water bending so far a little bit. It just feels so more natural than in the movie. The effects are pretty good. Characters match a lot more the personality of the animated series, and the names sound more like the animated series, not like in the movie. The changes I feel are gonna be inedible. A live action has to have its own touch, so it makes more sense. You cannot follow the animated series step by step. Like the Lion King movie, I feel it did it step by step, and it needed some changes to give it more of a touch, of more of uniqueness, and I feel that's what we're gonna have with The Last Airbender from Netflix. It's gonna have its own thing. It's needed, so it has its own feeling. However, I haven't seen the animated series in a very long time, and from the parts I remember, so far it's so good. The tattoos of the airbenders look really good, and the live action way better than in the movie. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna destroy the movie because it was missing the part of a person that loved the animated series or watched the animated series or understood the animated series to actually work on it. However, in this one, I feel it's a lot better. Even the Fire Nation armors and helmets look towards more like the animated series. The clothes is very, very on point. If it makes any sense, it's what I expected to be in live action. It's the first episode. I think is really good. I think the beginning just gets you hooked into it, even though some parts are very different than the animated series, but you need it. So it just builds that curiosity so the watcher or the viewer, better said, wants to know more about it. A lot of people are gonna watch and never really watch the animated series. A lot of older people and younger people too. A lot of younger people have not been related to what we watch as a kids. It gives the best of two worlds. I like the characters development. Really, it's just side to side as much as you could with the animated series. Progresses very well. First episode, I think, is just the first episode as I was expecting it. Doesn't feel rushed. They put all the information that you could have wanted and needed to make a great episode, and I think I love it. Some people might disagree, but we all are here to have our own opinions. That's the story part of it. However, I'm gonna talk about the looks of everything. The sets, I don't know how they made it, but I really love how it just follows the animated series looks of the village, the air temple, the Fire Nation temple where you see the leader of the Fire Nation, the king. I forgot his name. It just recalls everything from the animated series, even back from my memories when I used to watch it. That first episode, I feel, brings back all those memories. Even the introduction when they doing the fire bending, the air bending, and all that show all the bendings. It's just, I'm like, okay, they really got my attention. They really did something that could be very successful. A lot of other anime turned into live action has not been successful. I still gotta watch the One Piece. I know a lot of things were changed from the One Piece. However, they have to make sense. One Piece is such a big, big anime with so many episodes that, of course, they're gonna have to change a lot of things to speed it up or something. It was 20 years or whatever. It's been going for a while. However, after seeing this, I feel they can create a lot more anime into live action because Netflix is really working into the formula, and I feel they're getting better and better at it. Whoever they been working with are better. Their worst failure, in my opinion, was the Death Note movies. They were horrible. They were trash. They were garbage. But seeing how far they come along, think they have a great potential to create really, really good live action shows based on anime. What I would love to see is Erased, produced by Netflix. I know there's a Erased movie. That's something that I think Netflix will get it really good. They have produced very good movies that are related to Erased in the sense of plots, certain things, because you don't need too much CGI in this kind of plots. It's mostly a good base story and good actors. And let me not pull too far from The Last Airbender. I think the looks of the set, Fire Nation, ship, even Appa looks great. That CGI is just amazing. It just looks what I would expect and how I wanted it. I don't think they could have done any better. I think they could have done a lot worse. Or maybe they could have done better, but I think I'm very happy and satisfied with what I've seen. I think they're doing a great job in the first episode. I have to really watch more so I understand where they're going with this and make sure the story is the same. I just wanted to give you a review about the first episode, and I just gotta say thumbs up. They did a great job. I think it's the most satisfying live action show based on the anime I've seen from them. I don't think I have anything bad to say. I think they did a great job, and thank you, Netflix, for making kids' dream come true. I really appreciate it. So, guys, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and have a great day.